Hello YouTubers. I want to do a carving project, and I was going to show you how to start one out here. This one's going to be a native girl. I'm going to do her in this log. This is a log like I use for my mandolins. This one the ants have got in pretty bad on that side. It'd be rough to do a neck area right here. So that makes it a great candidate for a good carving. So I got my center. Made this little, took some scrap boards. But the toughest thing about carving is holding your work. These little erasers work good to give you a good tight fit where she won't move on you. This project could take all kind of gouges, tools. I marked out a round place here where I'm going to remove this material here, get the bark off, and our carving will be right in there. These tools, I'll take a V-groover, and you can mallet it. Take a mallet, got a V-groover like this for that. Then we'll take and cut out this material right here, cut us a mark. It's actually like a stop mark. Okay, I got over the project a little bit here where you can see. Using the mallet gives you a lot better control. So we're wanting to make us a stop mark. The V-groover does a good job of it. I just took a whole piece of, or actually a crayon. It'll mark the wood fairly good for you. Okay, once you get this baby grooved out some, you can take a different profile V-groover and keep it in your outside line. Get her smoothed out there, and then you can start taking off the bark. I like to use a tool like this. See how that does a real nice job. Without going too deep on your project. That stop cut, see, keeps us where we can work this down later as we come around. Right now we're getting the bulk of the bark off, and you can take and the mallet to it. If you've got a good sharp tool, you just push her along. We'll unveil what's underneath this bark. It's always the interesting part. carving to me. Switch angles here. Your tools has got to be like mirrors. If you can see yourself, you're ready to do some carving. I'll keep removing this off here. We'll see what we got down here in this area. Okay, now when you're coming around here, nice little trick, take your tool, let it do the work. Once you get down to your stop line, take your time. Let the corner of that gouge go right where you need it to go. See how that go with the grain up the line. Turn it on in around there. We will later after we get more of our carving done. But you can see our beautiful wood starting to come out of that log. We'll do us a nice little native girl here with braids, and we'll just take our time and have a fun time with this project. Carving's not about speed. Okay, so now we've got us roughed out, got all the bark off of here. And like I say, if you can't draw like me, stick man's the best I can do. Well, what did you have to do? Here's how I do it. I know there's going to be a head here, and her arms. Here's her torso, lower half right here. So I just mark me off. Eye level will be here. Center, and have her head turned that way, so I'm going to put her ear right here. So I've got my level there. Her braids start right in here, coming down her neck and across right in between her breast, down over here to the side of her belly button. Her hip area. So I marked out my navel area. Here's her breast area right here. Then I just take me a marker. You'll have to go over this line over and over. You're trying to see her in the wood here. Say it don't have to be perfect, just what you do want where your levels are to work out. Our arm coming down through here. Hips. They will be in that area. According to how much we turn her to the side here. And then of course our braids will start coming in right here. And here will be right here. Okay, so that's how I begin the carving. Of course, we're going to have to cut out to her and then get our proportions right and our depths, and then the detailing will be at the end of the project. So we'll start that next. Okay, now you can see the lines. Here's her head, torso, arms. She's going to be turned this way, looking that way. We've got her eye level. There comes the air conditioner on. We got her eyes, breast level, navel, got her hips. Braid area is going to be right here. So that'll give you an idea how to start the block out. Now I'll start taking a V-groover and cutting back material away and rounding this over, taking it down where it needs to be took down. We'll do that next. Okay, so now you can tell we're starting to get some of this away from the block that we're going to carve with a V-groover. You can take a gouge, different kind of gouges will work. You want to work away some material that's next to your carving. You want to find the grain. Once we get this back, we can take our V-groover and go down farther. This wood here will stop your V-groover. We want to get that out of our way. Whatever tool works good. Sometimes these will work good certain places. This Palawan is the toughest stuff you'll ever find to carve. Very unpredictable. This way you can tell what we're doing. We got her grooved out there. Now we're just going to remove some more of this material and get more of our block exposed. Okay, I wanted to talk right quick about the V-groovers. You got different types, you got different angles. And I start out with this very sharp one. You want to follow your line, this edge, with the angle of your cutout there. Loan you some of the toughest stuff you'll ever try to cut, especially cross grain. But you just want to follow that line and keep your angle, even if you have to mallet it. And then once you get that, you can turn it slightly and cut off that excess to keep taking it down. Right in here, I have to stay with this sharp one to get this angle here. Keep this angle right up against your piece, however, whatever shape you're going with. And you can also take a wider one. Follow your line and see it take it out wider over here because of the angle. The key is keeping this edge straight up and down, or however the angle you want. Over here, I can lay it down now. Right up to that. And you can always take a gouge, start taking it back, and once you get it down, you can go with your V-groover again until you get to your desired depth. Okay, I did want to stress and show you, like on your outline here, you want to reinstate your stop cut. And this curve knife follows any line you cut really well. Gives you a lot of control. Establish your stop cut again here. That way, as we're coming up to the top here, it won't keep chipping out our wood here. That gives you a nice stop there where you won't overcut. And you want to keep doing that as deep as you want your piece, however it works out here on your balance. Okay, we'll get another angle here where you can see what we're taking off here. See, now that this is back down again, I can go over our area with the V-groover, keep our line established. See how this edge follows this edge? Turn it, take a little off the side. Key is don't take too much off at a time with your V-groover. You'll find you'll get a lot smoother. I'll do that little section there and show you. You either take the wider V-groover and turn it, and get that material out, or you can take a flat skew that's not totally flat, it's cupped a little. See, as that material's coming off there, we're getting our block deeper and deeper. Keep that angle here against this. Don't go too deep. Just keep taking her down. Well, you want your stock cut there, you can even take your skew if it fits there good, walk it around. See how that's lowering it? V-groover again. Now I don't want to go too much farther right in here because her shoulder's going to be over here once she's turned. Get a little more off. Bring out the face area. Just take it and you can get your gouge to it once you got her down there. And you can see our block appearing here, and then like I say, we'll get all of our dimensions once we get our block laid out here. Okay, so I've got her standing up here where you can see what's going on by taking down this material. We've got our block of our native girl starting to appear, start shaping a little as you're going, and this is going to go down. Keep taking it down until we get our levels right on our figure. Okay, and as I was showing, as this is going down, keep your V-groover against your block. As you can see, that keeps taking down and taking that material out to expose more of your block. And I've been shaping as we go along. With Polonia, you have to go little strokes at a time. Your arms, left arm's going to be coming over right here. Get that penciled in. I'm going to do her a feather. A couple little feathers around wood up here. Take out a little more of this above the shoulder area here. The breast level needs to go down. You have to just keep penciling in as you take away. Since you can only expose your block so much at a time, you have to do that and then do the depth as you're shaping out your figure. The hips, take a little out of there. This whole thing is going to have to go down more. Hair's coming down here. It's all going to be a braid, and with the hair on the end here. So we just keep working this down until we get our level and depth of the project. Okay, you can see what's happening. As we're going down, we're getting our high points. Like here it's the head, the breast, and you just have to keep taking it down a little at a time. Follow your shape. you can see, we still have to go down. So just keeping our reference points and keep taking it down until we get our right level. Here's a straight on view of what we got going. Like I say, we're just going to keep taking this down and get our high points. Okay, and what I mean by the depth, like on the breast here, I've been making little cuts like this and swooping up to the body. Have a compound cut. I'm doing this, starting at the outside, angling down, working my way up. Okay, as you can see, now she's starting to emerge from the log. Getting all of that laid out as we went down, starting to get our dimensions right. So next we'll be taking, and instead of doing a braid, I'm going to do a wrapped braid with leather coming down, since it's this Polonia, because it's just, the Polonia is I'm telling you, get you a piece of basswood if you want to do this project. But this was a log I didn't want to waste, so I thought I'd go ahead and give her a whirl. But anyway, you can see what's going on. So next we'll be rounding the hair, these different mounds here like the face. So I'm going to have to make me a template and get the profile right here on her face turning. There's a different look. You can see she is out right here, but by the time we round this off and take it back in a little deeper, it should equal out and be getting close to the body dimension wise. Okay, so we'll come back and do some close-up stuff. Okay, so getting here a little closer. The mound here, if you notice, we've left us plenty here, and we're going to be rounding these areas and get it ready to do the braid. And I'll be cutting a template here for the face on the profile, which is up here. This mound is the face looking this way, and we'll be rounding that, and I'll cut a profile out right here. And I've got some feathers laid out in the conch. Here's her ear, so I have to keep transferring that down, and you can use transfer paper, and or like I'm going to do, a piece of cardboard. But like on the detailing here, like say you want something like a flat bent skew, or one of these nice thin Helvy knives. They'll do a real nice cut, especially on your undercuts, like right here on the arm, and there'll be a lot more once we finish the hair. And like I say, you can take now and start rounding these areas right here, and all this will go back, be taking this area down a little bit as we go. And like I say, the Polonia is a real tricky wood. You really have to watch your grain, and you can forget cutting deep cuts. But like I say, a piece of basswood would be excellent choice for this project. But this is how you just start rounding those edges. Got a flickering light going on there. Oh boy, great for the video. But anyway, this is what we're going to be doing. Rounding this down, taking this back a little. Okay, so now you can see got a little profile going, shaping the head, shaping the mound for the hair and braid. And we've got to watch, we've got some feathers coming down here, and a conch right here, and the ear. I'll probably be cutting those out next, where I can keep shaping and getting the profile worked on in. Starting to come along. Okay, now you can see we've shaped the head a little more, took it back a little more, brought out the ear, the conch here, the wooden conch, got started on the feathers, and so we'll be shaping this next and get more of the profile of the nose, start working the eyes in, and it kind of gives you a look at what's going on now. There's another angle. From that side. Yeah, we'll be working on this. We'll be taking a gouge, making a few patterns here to get the hair where it's kind of flowing. We'll come back and V-groove it. I just kind of knock those in there just to kind of tell where I'm at. Okay, so we'll start working on this next to bring it out. Okay, so now you can see we've got the profile, the face is worked down more, got the ears out a little, feathers, and we've got our hair. We're going to round this just a little more and start putting in our leather wrap around the braid coming down, and then we've got her down enough to where we can start shaping, take it back a little more, and start cutting our hair patterns. See from this angle now, you can start to see her face starting to appear. Okay, now you can see we're getting some of the features of the face cut in here. Got things exposed, got our feathers. Cut these lines in for our leather wrap, and we'll be doing the hair, taking a V-groover, coming down on in between where the hair is going to be, shaping up. Okay, so now you can see got the hair going, leather bands wrapping around, feathers out, shape of the face. Starting to come around now. And here's another angle of what we got going on now. Okay, I was doing the hair braid. I thought I'd show you how I'm doing that. If you'll notice, got the leather bands going around the hair. And I'm cutting the hair part where it goes under the leather. If you'll do that, it looks like it's pulling taut on the hair. What I do to do that is start on the, where I've done grooves, some hair grooves. Just take a chisel and cut up to your line. And that makes it look like the hair is now going under these leather bands. And once you cut that back, you can take your V-groover and start right up against the leather. Cut your hair grooves to meet your other ones. And it gives you a real nice effect of it going under your leather band. Okay, now you can see the leather bands. See how cutting the hair under those a little gives it a nice effect. The hair going under the bands. There's another angle. You can see that the bands stand out now. We've got our hair grooves. So now it's kind of working on the shoulders and just kind of reshaping everything down, refining it a little bit. And we're getting there now. And there's another closer angle where you can see what we've just done. Okay, now I've undercut the hair where it appears like it's laying on the body, and also rounds it on around. So there's where we're at now. There's another angle. See, the leather bands are standing out now. Hair's tucking in. And we've undercut it where it's laying right on the body. Okay, now you can see started undercutting the feathers here where they'll hang off of the body. Cut the hair where it's just like it's laying on the body. Got to do a little bit more right in here. Undercut that a little bit of scooping right there. That'd be next. Right here you can see undercut the ear, brought it out a little bit. Feathers on this side, hair down in here. Here's another angle on what we got going. Okay, so now you can see we've took even more down to where we can get under the feathers here where they hang off the body, around and under here. Undercut that where it looks good and round, like it's laying on the body. Let's look at how it's undercutting on the feathers. See, now they're hanging away from the body. I just got to come in here and cut just a little off the neck here. Clean that up a little. So now it's just evening up anything on the rough cut, balancing it out, and I'll be starting to do the old hand sanding. It's in a different angle, get a little different light on it. Okay, here's the project after it's been sanded. All the undercutting done. Feathers are hanging off. Smoothing everything up. Okay, here she is after the polyurethane paint job to protect it. These are great with the candles on at night, getting different shadows and such. But I hope you enjoyed my project. Very fun. Took about a week. But like I say, get you a piece of basswood and it'll go a lot easier for you. Thank you, YouTubers.